Okay, so it is 5:59, so we can go ahead and call to order the May 3rd, 2022 Placerville Planning Commission meeting. If y'all can stand and join me for the Pledge of Allegiance. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Okay, thank you. Mr. Rivas, can you please call roll?
Thank you and good evening, Planning Commissioners. Let's see, Commissioner Friend? Out. Vice Chair Gottberg?
Here.
Commissioner Keeney is out. Chair Lepper?
Here.
And Chair List?
Here.
Commissioner List.
Great. So we have 3 commissioners present, so we have a quorum. So we'll go ahead and continue on to our consent calendar, or the adoption of agenda, I'm sorry. The adoption of our agenda tonight. Do any commissioners have any changes or comments on the agenda for tonight?
I would move to adopt with continuing item 12.1 to our next meeting until we have all 5 commissioners present.
Okay, sounds reasonable. All in favor of approving?
Yeah, Madam Chair, if I
Yes.
may, staff wishes to make just a couple of changes, if you
Oh,
will.
that's right. Yes.
We would like to add item number 3, which is the closed session report. Of course, there's none scheduled, but we would like to add it in there, and that would fix the numbering system in your agenda.
Okay.
And then on item 12.1, we would we'd like to correct the year that we have in there. Instead of election of officers for 2020, we'd like to change that election of officers for 2022.
Great, thank you.
So what I would move to adopt the agenda with the changes recommended by staff.
Fantastic.
Second.
Okay, all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Aye. All opposed? Okay, hearing none, we've gone ahead and adopted our agenda with the noted changes. Next, we'll move to the consent calendar, where we'll approve the minutes of the April 5th, 2022 Planning Commission meeting. Does anyone have any comments on the minutes from the last meeting?
Yes, staff would like to make a note that on item 12, under new business, we would like to add that we did have an item 12, that was 12.1, election of officers for 2022, that was continued to this meeting, and we will continue to include it on the agendas until such time as we have a full planning commission of all 5 members.
Fantastic. Any other comments on the minutes from last meeting? Let's have a motion to...
I would make a motion to approve the minutes from the last meeting with the change recommended by staff.
Perfect. Second? Can I second? I'll second it. I think I can. Yeah, second. I'll second. And all in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Sustain.
Sustain. Mr. List was absent. Okay, good. So next we'll go to 6 items pulled from the consent calendar, of which I do not believe we have any. 7 items of interest to the public on non-agenda items. This is a time of the meeting where members of the public can approach the commission about topics within the Planning Commission jurisdiction, but will not be acted upon tonight. Does anyone have any non-agendized items to approach the podium about? Okay, seeing none, I will go ahead and close the items of interest to the public portion. Move to written communications for non-agenda items. Do we have any tonight, Mr. Rivas?
We have no written communications.
Fantastic, thank you. Do we have any presentations or educational workshops tonight?
We have none.
Okay, thank you. So now we will move to item 10.1, which is the conditional use permit 22-01 for 251 Main Street. Mr. Rivas, do you have the report?
Thank you, Chair, members of the Commission. This request is basically 2 parts. The first portion is to consider a conditional use permit to allow the existing restaurant and bar, known as the Green Room Social Club, located at 251 Main Street, to operate as a place of entertainment. For example, meetings, performing arts, other entertainment events, private gatherings, birthdays, anniversaries, retirement parties, etc. With a maximum capacity of 99 people and this is located within the Central Business District, the CBD zone, with all assembly activities to be conducted within the building and no modifications to the exterior of the building proposed. And then the second portion would be to consider a categorical exemption from the California Environmental Quality Act per CEQA Section Guidelines 15303, which is conversion of small structures. So here we just have a minor conversion of use. To give a little background, and I'm going to go ahead and speak to a lot of the background because I think it's very interesting. The original single-story building, and it did not have the attic addition that you clearly can see from the backside of it facing Highway 50, was constructed circa 1856 and housed Fred Hunger's butcher shop. The building was later used as a grocery store until around circa 1910. Later, the building was used as a bowling alley from late 1920s through the late 1960s. Young's Trading Post occupied the building through about 1984 until becoming a restaurant and bar under various names through to the present time. The restaurant and bar use was originally approved under Site Plan Review 84-15 for the Casa Grande restaurant and bar, which at that time consisted of two separate adjoining parcels and buildings that have since been merged into one legal parcel by the current owner. The location has served as a restaurant and bar since then, though under different ownerships. First it was the Pompeii, followed by California Kitchen. The property was acquired by the current owner, operating on May 31st of 2021 as the Green Room Social Club restaurant and bar that followed the Pompeii and California Kitchen. The restaurant currently features entertainment, live music as an accessory use to the restaurant and bar. That is a use that is permitted by right in the CBD zone as a eating and drinking establishment. As an entertainment venue, the facility may provide for performing arts, live music, private, corporate, community gatherings, and the like. The serving of food then becomes more of an accessory use and subordinate to the entertainment component, thus the need for the conditional use permit as an entertainment center. Following the restrictions placed on the eating and drinking establishments due to COVID-19, restaurants have had difficulty filling employment positions, especially cooks and wait staff, making it difficult to remain open to serve food with certainty and consistency. Therefore, the owner wishes to allow for the venue to remain open on a regular basis with entertainment, whether or not the restaurant will be open and whether or not food would be served. A place of entertainment is permitted in the Central Business District zone with the approval of a conditional use permit pursuant to the zoning ordinance. The request, as conditioned, is consistent with the CBD zone regulations, and the proposed place of entertainment will be compatible with adjacent units because the proposed use will be conducted entirely within the building. Also, there are no sensitive uses or receptors in the area, such as schools or a senior residential care facility and the like, that wouldn't be negatively impacted by the proposed use. It should be noted that the facility is operated as a venue for entertainment as an accessory use of the restaurant and bar since the days of La Casa Grande. This request, which is basically a simple change in use, is the ability not to operate the restaurant, thus the need for the CUP to authorize the entertainment as the principal use of the premises. So with that, staff would like to make the following recommendations. 1, adopt the staff report as part of the public record. 2, make the findings of fact in support of conditional use permit 22-01 request. 1, that it's exempt from the California Environmental Quality Act. 2, that it is consistent and in harmony with the general plan and all applicable provisions of the zoning code. That will be located in an area that is accessible by existing streets and the city's center street parking lot and the parking garage. And then 3, the request is desirable for the development of the community and that it would provide a flexible space in downtown area, allowing assemblies of people for the potential variety of small gatherings as described in the applicant's submittal package. And then 3, approve conditional use permit 2201 located at 251 Main Street based on the project information and findings in the staff report and subject to the recommended conditions of approval contained in the staff report. And staff wishes at this time to make one minor revision to condition number 6. So condition number 6 reads, all conditions of approval shall be in addition to those established under the site plan review 84-15 and, this is what I'm adding in, and site plan review 84-15R. R standing for a revision that was made to the original 1984 site plan review, and it was made for the current owner of the facility, and that was for signage. So it shall be incorporated as conditions of approval for conditional use permit 2201 by reference. And so with that concludes staff's report. I'll be happy to answer any questions you have. I do want to add that Jennifer Ty is in the audience. She's the owner of the facility and is here to answer any questions that the commission may have. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you. So did you mean that we're going to add just the word SPR 84-15R and shall also?
Yes.
Okay, perfect.
I'm only adding the reference.
Perfect. I just want to make sure I understood it correctly. Okay, do any commissioners have questions for staff on the report you received? No? No. Okay, nor do I. So at this time, I will invite the applicant to come up and speak to your application if you have anything you'd like to add. Good? Okay, pretty straightforward. Okay, do any commissioners have questions for the applicant?
No, I do not.
Okay, great. So at this time, I will go ahead and open public comment in the public hearing where members of the public are able to approach the podium and speak for up to 3 minutes on the agendized item. Does anyone have a comment to give on this topic?
Well, you don't need any comments, obviously. Kirk Smith, our family has some properties near the bell tower on the east side and has for decades. Parking on that side of the town is much different than where Jennifer's business is, and I enthusiastically support it for many reasons. Remember when the public house came before you and there was questions about not having enough parking? Well, there is, and we've seen that proved to be the case. You've got the central parking lot, and you've got the Fox parking lot right behind the post office, and then on the weekend and at night you've got the Bank of America parking lot. This has been enormously a brave task to take on because restaurants and dining establishments with alcohol dining, entertaining is always a challenge, and then right after COVID recovery. But it's doing well, and it's helped to give vibrancy to that part of town. Right across the street is Thai Noodle. You've got the ambiance. It has really been an active area of town, adding much to the growth, and that's why I support it. Thank you.
Fantastic. Thank you. Appreciate the comments. Do any other members of the public have anything to add on this topic? Okay, seeing none approaching the podium, I will go ahead and close public comment and return the topic to commissioners for discussion and action. Does anyone have any discussion on it? It seemed pretty straightforward to me.
Yeah, I mean, it seems like it's a pretty small change, just allowing you to continue to operate when the restaurant's not serving food, so.
Okay. Anything else? Okay.
Okay. So I'll make a motion to approve conditional use permit CUP 22-01, adopting the staff report as part of the public record, making the findings of fact listed in the staff report and subject to the conditions of approval listed in the staff report with a change to item number 6 in the conditions of approval to add site plan review 84-15R.
Great. Okay.
I second.
Okay, great. All in favor of approval, say aye.
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 Any opposed? Okay, so the application passes on voice vote. A reminder that all Planning Commission decisions are appealable for up to 10 days at the City Hall. So congratulations and keep on going. It's all looking great and doing great down there. Yeah. Yeah, thank you. Appreciate your packet and submission. Okay, so next we will move to continued items.
We have no continued items.
Great. Our next point of business is new business, the election of officers for 2022, but we have postponed that until the next meeting of all 5 planning commissioners. So item 13, matters from commissioners and staff. Do any commissioners have any items for staff? No? Staff, do you have anything for us?
Staff would like to inform the Planning Commission that we received what's called a preliminary plan review, and that is for a double brand hotel that it looks like the current owners are proposing behind the Office Max by In-N-Out on that property. Yeah, well, I guess above it on that slope overlooking Highway 50 and down off of Forney Road. So it's a 130-room hotel that's being proposed, so we are circulating the preliminary draft for comment. So we'll have a meeting with the owners, giving them sort of the expectations of what kind of requirements we would impose on the hotel. So we're pretty happy to see that.
If I may, Madam Chair, what about the one across the street? Is that one dead in the water?
There's been no activity whatsoever on the one that's down below Forney Road between Highway 50, where the 2 billboards are located, yes. Okay. I have been in contact with that property owner who now lives in Nashville, and he's still interested in trying to coax a hotel to move into that spot, but it's not successful.
Okay, good. Thank you for the update on that. Anything else?
And I think that's it. I do want to say, even though Commissioner Friend is absent, he had requested that staff inform the commission of any property owner that was interested in exercising the new SB 9, Senate Bill 9, that would allow a property owner to ministerially subdivide their property if it's single-family residentially zoned. So that it could allow for intensification of density or creation of lots that would be substandard to the zone district, but it would usurp local ordinances regarding those development standards. And so we do have one property owner that is supposed to be setting up an appointment to meet with me about trying to do that. And the location escapes me at the moment, but just wanted to inform you that we do have a property owner interested in exercising SB 9.
Okay, thank you very much.
One more question,
Yeah.
Madam Chair.
No, please.
Property on the corner of Green Valley and Middletown, it's a low-cost housing development.
Yes.
Is that moving along, or anything on that?
It is. That particular applicant also is trying to move forward the affordable housing project that is located off of Mallard in the Ridge Orchard Hill project area, and they are waiting for tax credits. So if they can shore up the tax credits, then there'll be a fully funded project and they'll be able to move forward. So
Now that's off of Mallard.
That's on the Mallard and the Middletown
okay.
Cold Springs Road properties. Same developer.
Oh, okay.
And then while we're on that topic, then I'll just go ahead and inform the Planning Commission also that we're moving forward with the Placerville Armory project. In fact, I'm glad you sparked my memory, because we are proposing to we're going to bring that project to the Planning Commission, more or less as an informational item, but we do want to inform the public of the existence of the project. And there will be a mitigated negative declaration circulated for public review and comment. And so we want to inform the public that that would be an avenue to provide for review and comment on the project.
Okay, great. Anything further? No? Okay, cool. So with that, I will go ahead and adjourn the May 3rd, 2022 Placerville Planning Commission meeting at 6:20.